Hi, thanks for tuning in to another core and stretch video. So in today's video, we're gonna do exactly that. We're gonna do 3 core exercises. We're gonna do them twice, and then we're gonna finish with some gentle stretching. So as always, there's also a playlist that goes right along with this. It is in the description. The link to the Spotify playlist is in the description of this video. So if you'd like to use that, go on ahead. You're not going to need any equipment for today's video. You just need a mat. So if you're on a hard surface, I suggest using a mat. If not, you don't even need a mat. If you have yoga blocks laying around, they would be great. Otherwise, pillows will suffice as well. All right, let's start just by taking 3 deep breaths together. So coming to a comfortable seated position, whether it's on your knees or cross-legged, just relaxing those shoulders and maybe closing those eyes. We're just gonna take 3 breaths here. So inhaling and exhaling. 2 more just like that. Inhale, exhaling, inhale, and exhale. Beautiful. All right, you can open those eyes back up. So today we're gonna start in a boat position. So you're gonna come onto your butt and your knees are gonna be bent, your feet can be planted, your shoulders are relaxed, your arms are out to the side. If this is where you wanna be, you can stay right here. Otherwise, we're gonna lift those feet off the ground. Your legs can also be straight if that's what works for your body. So from here, that core is engaged, shoulders are relaxed, and think about drawing those shoulder blades together on the back. Nice, stable support here. Now, option 1, you're just gonna stay right here holding that boat. Option 2, we're gonna begin to lengthen out, pausing at a hover, and slowly coming back to center. So we're lengthening, and we're returning to center. Those shoulders just stay nice and relaxed here. Beautiful. And you're going to continue to use that nice controlled breathing, your own breath pace for this, but breathing is so important. So inhaling and exhaling here. Beautiful. All right, we're going to be here about 10 more seconds. Then we're going to just pause at the top of that boat, and we're just going to pulse out those arms. So we're going to do a nice 20 count pulse. Pulse isn't very big, nice and little, everything's tight. You can plant those feet if you need to, coming to the top in 3, in 2, and 1. Beautiful. So shoulders stay relaxed, squeeze that belly. Here we go. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Release, lower down on your back. Take a deep breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Let it go. Beautiful. All right, from here we're going to do what's called a dead bug. So you're going to come and bring your legs and arms up just straight up towards the ceiling. I should find a little bit more centered on my mat here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to just slowly lower opposite arm and opposite leg. And then you're just going to return back to center. So we're going to be here 45 seconds or so. So I want you to find a nice controlled pace. Again, we're looking for a nice core engagement. So squeezing that belly so there's no space between your lower back and the mat. So when you're bringing that leg down, if you get to a point where your back starts to arch and that lower back comes off the mat, I want you to bring it back up. That's too far. You want to go to the spot just before that, as far as you can go without losing that connection. Beautiful. All right, holding here. We got about 10 more seconds, and then we're just going to go into some scissors with those legs. So you're going to drop the arms by your side. They can rest on the mat. You're going to find an angle for your legs where you can still keep that lower back connection. And then we're just going to opposite leg over top of each other, just taking turns. We're going to head there in 3, in 2, and 1. So arms drop, find a length for the legs that works, an angle, and here we go. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, keep squeezing, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Beautiful work. Take a breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Releasing, let it go. Fabulous. Okay, third exercise, we're gonna come on to our forearms. You're gonna come into a plank position and we're gonna do a body saw. So your elbows are underneath your shoulders, your forearms are planted flat on the mat here. You're gonna squeeze that belly and then you're slowly gonna drift forward so your shoulders come slightly in front of those elbows and then slowly drift back. So this is a really tiny movement here, slow and controlled. Again, squeezing that core. Your back is in a beautiful straight line. You're just looking straight ahead and down at the ground on your mat, so not looking up. That neck is nice and long. Fantastic. Okay, we're here at 15 more seconds. Keep breathing. Again, you can pause and simply hold that forearm plank if it becomes too much for that movement. Otherwise, we're breathing here for 5, for 3, for 2, and 1. Beautiful. Drop down to your mat. You're going to take your left cheek. You're going to rest it on your mat. Your arms are going to come to the side. And right here, you're going to take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Let it go. Beautiful. All right, we're going to do a quick lower back stretch before we come to our second set of core. So we're going to take those palms and you're going to plant them right underneath your shoulders here, nice and tight towards your chest. Then you're going to start to lift your chest forward, and you can press into those palms to help get you up there, but I want you to really think about lengthening from that lower back. You can stay right here if this feels good in a little low cobra. We can press into those palms, straightening out those arms, arching that back here, squeezing shoulder blades together on your back, coming into an upward dog. Maybe closing those eyes. 2 breaths here. Inhaling. Exhale. 1 more. Inhaling. And exhale. Fantastic. Wherever you are, you're going to bring your hips to your heels, pressing into those palms, and you're going to come into a child's pose. So your knees can be together. I prefer to keep mine nice and wide, dropping that butt back towards the heels. It does not have to touch. Your arms can be straight out in front of you or by your side, whatever feels more comfortable. We're just going to take a couple breaths here to reset. So finding that connection with that breath once again. Just inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. 1 last breath right here. And gently press into those palms, coming back up. We are back into our boat. So this is our second round of core, a last round. So we're just going to go through those exercises one final time. So in boat position, again, your feet can be planted on your mat or the ground, your knees bent. Relax your shoulders here, core tight. That's good enough if that's where you want to be. Otherwise, you're bringing those knees up or legs can be straight, you decide. Option 1, you hold right here. Option 2, we begin to lengthen out. We pause and we come back up. Fabulous. All right, so wherever you are, shoulders are relaxed, thinking about keeping those shoulder blades together on your back. So you have a nice straight spine here, squeezing at that core, finding that stability here as you move or not, holding on. Fabulous. All right, 10 more seconds right here. We're going to come to the top of that boat. Remember, you can plant those feet if you need to. And we're going to pulse out those arms. 20 count pulse. Coming up in 5, in 3, in 2, and 1. Come up top of that boat, reset, plant those feet if you need to. Here we go. 20, 19, 18, 17, squeeze that belly, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, come down. Beautiful work. Inhale here. Exhale. Big breath, letting it go. All right, we've got that dead bug one more time. So you're going to bring your arms and legs up towards the ceiling. And again, if you need to keep a slight bend in those knees, that's perfectly fine. I just want you to make sure you maintain that connection between your lower back and the mat. So from here, we're just lowering opposite arm, opposite leg, pause, and bring them back up. So again, we're going with slow control here. You're finding the spot where you can still maintain that beautiful connection between your lower back and that mat. So you're squeezing that core nice and tight. Now maybe you pause at the bottom for a second, feel that burn a little, and then slowly come back up. Nice work, team. Okay, just over halfway. Again, we're gonna finish this out. You're gonna drop those arms, and then we're gonna scissor kick those legs. Once again, you're just gonna find a spot, an angle for those legs where you can still maintain that connection between the lower back and the mat, and we're just gonna scissor kick them out. In 3, in 2, and 1. Beautiful. Drop the arms, find the angle of the legs. Here we go. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, squeeze, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale. Let it go. All right, last core exercise. Here we go. We're going to come on to that belly into a plank one final time. So coming onto your forearms. Once again, elbows underneath shoulders, setting it up, and hold here. So option 1, you just stay right here. Option 2, we're slowly bringing those shoulders over those elbows and then coming back. Beautiful. So just a little movement here. Your neck is in a nice straight line with your spine. Your hips are in line with your shoulders here. We are one beautiful long line. Yes, squeezing that core here. No more core work after this. You are done. You just need to hold here 15 more seconds. Keep breathing. You are doing amazing. We are almost there. Last 5, last 3, 2, and 1. Release. This time you're going to take that right cheek, close your eyes, bring it down to the mat. Arms by your side. Inhale. Exhale. Let it go. Beautiful. All right, let's stretch out that lower back again. So you can take that cobra or that upward dog from last time if you prefer. Otherwise, we're going to change it up with a sphinx. So your elbows are going to come underneath your shoulders. Your forearms are flat on the mat. Then you're going to really press into those forearms as you draw your chest forward. So think we're really trying to bring those shoulder blades down and back here. Beautiful. And maybe closing those eyes. Taking a couple breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. All right, last breath right here. From wherever you are, I want you to press into your palms gently. Your hips are going to come back to your heels. We're going back into that child's pose. Your knees can be nice and wide or together. Your arms can be out front or by your side. I'm just going to take a couple breaths right here. If your head doesn't touch the mat, you can grab a block or your pillow, maybe planted underneath that head, a little bit more supported here. And then just continuing to breathe. Beautiful. All right, from here, I want you to gently make your way onto your hands and knees into a tabletop position. So we're just going to set it up some cat and cow. So your knees are going to be underneath your hips and you're going to be on your palms here. And on our inhale breath, we're going to bring our chest forward. And on our exhale, we're just going to arch our back like an angry cat. So again, maybe closing your eyes here if that feels good. Your toes can be tucked or untucked, whatever feels good for your body. And I just want you to find a nice breath pace for that speed, just inhaling and exhaling. And as you find this movement, this mobility in your back, you notice that as you're going through this cycle, there's a spot or a few different places that feel kind of juicy and you just want to stop and pause, explore, move around a little there. Please, by all means, do so. All right, let's take 2 more breath cycles here. So inhaling and exhaling at your own breath pace. Last one. Beautiful. All right, once that's complete, you can make your way up onto your knees. Let's just take a couple shoulder rolls here. So I'm going to keep to the side, just rolling those shoulders backward and then forward. Awesome. All right, so this is where we're going to use those blocks or pillows if you have them. We're going to start by stretching out the back of our left leg. So you're going to bend your right leg to 90 degrees and you're going to bring your left leg in front of you like so. You're going to point your toes towards you. Now, I can show you this without pillows. If this feels really good right here, you can stay right here. Your hands can be on your hips or you can be using those pillows or blocks for extra support to keep you upright. If you have a little bit more flexibility, you can begin to think about bringing your chest hinging at the hips over the legs. You want to make sure you can keep that back in a nice straight line. You can start to walk those cushions forward or your blocks, or if you don't need them, you can just begin to make your way over that leg and then pausing wherever feels comfortable and then breathing. And I just want you to think about sinking gently a little bit deeper into that stretch with each passing breath here. Again, maybe closing those eyes if that feels nice. Connecting back again with that breathing as you feel that beautiful lengthening through the back of your left leg here. Beautiful. Let's take one last breath here. Inhale. Exhale. And slowly, gently, you're going to begin to make your way back up. So if you use blocks or pillows to get down, gently use them to come back up. And then when you get to the top, we're just going to shake out that left leg. So balancing on your right leg, you're going to take your left leg behind you. Give it a nice gentle shake out to release. Beautiful. And then we just switch sides. So again, I'll show you here. We're going to keep that left leg bent to 90 degrees. Your right leg is going to come forward in front of you, pointing those toes. So again, if you have enough stability right here and this feels okay and you just want to stay upright, hands on hips, or again, you can begin to use those pillows or blocks. Otherwise, again, hinging at the hips, keeping that back straight as you think about lengthening forward. We don't want to round forward, we want to lengthen forward. So just pause wherever feels good. Again, as that back stays straight, you can release those pillows down, or if you can touch the mat, whatever feels good. And I want you to again think about allowing your body to sink a little bit deeper with each passing breath here. Beautiful. Let's take one last breath here on this right side. Inhaling and exhaling. So once again, gently making your way back up, using those blocks or pillows to come back up. If you use them to get down, We're gonna take that right leg now and just give it a nice gentle shake behind you here, balancing out, just releasing that fresh blood through that right leg. Beautiful. Okay, you can put those pillows to the side for now. We're gonna come down onto our butt, and we're just gonna bring both those legs forward in front of us, and we're just gonna take a nice gentle hinge to kind of even out all that stretching. So I want you to gently hinge at your hips. Now, if you need to slightly bend your knees in order to come forward and grab your feet, this is gonna be more of a lower back stretch, and you're just gonna pause right here. Maybe sinking down a little bit more and thinking about lengthening more in that lower back than anything. Otherwise, if you have more flexibility, you can straighten those legs out. You're still gonna do the same thing, thinking about lengthening through that lower back as you come forward, but you're also gonna get a little bit more of a stretch in the back of the legs here. Your shoulders are relaxed, bringing those shoulder blades together on your back to bring you forward, and just breathing. And again, your knees can be bent here, and again, you're just thinking more about then lengthening that lower back. Take 2 more breaths right here. Inhaling and exhaling. Last breath. Beautiful. All right, from here, you're just gonna gently release those hands, come on up, and we're gonna go into a twist. So I want you to take your right leg, you're gonna take your right foot, you're gonna plant it on the outside of your left thigh. So from here, you're gonna take your right hand behind you to support you on the mat. We're gonna take that left arm and we're gonna hook it around that right knee. So again, you're just gonna maybe have a little crackle pop like I did. You can come up, spider fingers on the palm if you need to keep that back nice and straight. You just think about twisting gently to the right here. Really pressing into that thigh to help get that twist. If you want to keep that arm bent, I like to keep mine straight, whatever works for your body. Shoulders are relaxed here. And just breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. Take one more breath right here. And then we're just going to gently take a counter twist on this leg. So you're going to bring that right elbow in front of that right thigh and just twist to the left here. Just a little gentle counter twist. Beautiful. And we're just going to do the other side. So you can release that right leg. You're going to take that left leg. You're going to bring it to the outside of your right thigh now. Your left hand will come behind you to support you. Keep that back straight. And then that right arm is going to come and tuck behind that left thigh here. Beautiful. And again, twisting here, finding that place either up spider fingers or down on the mat where you're supported with that left arm, not dropping or pressing into it, really thinking about straightening and lengthening that back here as you twist. Beautiful. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, let's take a gentle counter twist. Release gently and just come around, tucking now that left arm in front of your left thigh, twisting once more to the right. Nice gentle counter twist here. And coming back to center and release. Beautiful. All right, from here we're going to stretch out our quadriceps, but we're going to do it one at a time here. So we're going to come onto the mat, and you're going to come and you're going to rest your right hand underneath your forehead, and you're going to take your left hand and you're going to grab onto your left quadricep here. You're just going to gently pull it into you. And we're just going to breathe here, closing those eyes if that feels good. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. Let's take one more breath here on this left side. And gently release that left leg. Maybe just bring it up and down a few times. to release. Fantastic. And we just switch sides. So now you're going to place your left hand underneath your forehead, maybe facing towards the right. If that feels good, take your right hand, grab your right foot, pull it in towards your butt here. You should feel that nice quadricep stretch here on the right. If you want a little bit more intensity here too, you can drop that head down and you can grab your foot, with both hands, and then just pull it a little tighter towards you if you want more support. But again, make sure that upper body can stay nice and relaxed here. We just really want to place enough pressure here so you get a really good lengthening through that right quadricep. Beautiful. One more breath here on this right side. And gently release that right leg. Just let it go up and down a few times. Let it out. All right, we're going to go into a hip opener. So I want you to press into those palms and come either into a tabletop or downward dog. From tabletop, you can just take a second and shake one leg out and the other. Otherwise, we're in a nice inverted V here. And I just want you to pedal those legs a few times here. Perfect. All right, let's go with that right leg first. So we're going to bring our right foot into the air, and you're going to bring your right knee up to the top of the mat. And then you're just going to find a comfortable alignment for your shin here. You're going to square your hips to the front of your mat, and you're going to gently make your way forward. So I want you to stack either your hands on top of each other or your fists on top of each other, or grab that block or a pillow if your forehead isn't touching the mat here. But I want you to relax your neck as you just gently rest here into this right hip opener. And if you need a bit of a different variation of this, if that doesn't feel good on your knees, you're just going to come to your back. You're going to cross your right ankle over your left knee, and you're going to pull in this way, and you're going to get that hip opener through thread the needle on your back. So you're either in pigeon or you're in thread the needle, depending on what your body needs right now. I prefer pigeons. I'm going to go back there. And we're just going to settle in here for a couple of breaths. So just allow you to be alone with your breathing here. Let's take one last breath here on the right side. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. So if you're in thread the needle on your back, just shake out those legs gently and switch sides. Otherwise, if you're in pigeon, you're going to press into those palms. And you're going to come back into downward dog. You're just going to pedal out those legs. Just pressing into those palms. We're in that nice inverted V here. And then we're just going to switch sides. So that left foot comes into the air and your left knee is going to come towards your left wrist. And then once again, you're going to set it up, squaring yourself to the top of your mat here, and then gently coming forward. So again, if your fists or your palms want to stack on top of each other, please do that if your forehead is not touching that mat. Otherwise, if your forehead touches the mat, you're going to rest it there, settling in. Beautiful. Again, we'll be here for a few breaths, and I'm just going to leave you to settle into your breath here. Maybe closing those eyes.
Let's take one more breath here together on this side. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. So from wherever you are, whether you're in thread the needle or pigeon, you're going to come either through a tabletop on your hands and knees. You're just going to shake out one leg and then the other. Or you're going to come back into downward dog, into that nice inverted V. We're just going to pedal it out here, bending one knee and then the other. Beautiful. All right, from here we're going to gently make our way through onto our backs. You're just going to get there however it makes sense for you. And then you're going to come down and we're going to come into a happy baby as our last stretch here. So we're going to bring our knees up and you're going to drop your knees out to the side. On the inside of your legs, you're going to come through and you're going to grab onto the outer part of your feet or your ankles, your shins. And then we're just going to draw those feet down towards us. So we're using those elbows to open up those inner thighs as we draw the feet down towards the mat, thinking about lengthening your lower back on the mat here. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. Maybe you can hear some cheering in the background. I think it gives away the time that I'm recording this at. In Vancouver, 7 p.m. PST. Every night, we all get outside and cheer and clap to thank all the frontline workers. From the grocery stores to delivery to hospital workers. So maybe wherever you are right now, this is a good time to take a second and have gratitude. Whatever that gratitude is for you. Beautiful. All right, release that happy baby. Let those arms and legs come down. We'll finish in a corpse pose with this cheering in the background. Let your arms and legs spread out wide. You're going to take a nice deep breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Let it go. Just allow that body to sink into the ground or mat, wherever you are. Just coming back to that breathing. Acknowledging how your body feels. And again, returning to that sense of gratitude. One, for your body, for choosing to do something good for it, and two, for your health right now. Beautiful. Let's take our last breath right here. Inhale. Exhale. Let it go. So if you want, you can just finish out right here, laying on your back if that feels nice and comfortable. Otherwise, you can begin to make your way up to a comfortable seated position, either on your knees or cross-legged. We'll just take one final breath here together. Inhale. Exhale. Let it go. Beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning in again, for joining me here. Hope you are all healthy and well. Again, if you hit subscribe, I'm putting up new content every Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sunday. So if you liked it, come back. All right. Peace and love.